Good day and welcome. Today we're going to be dealing with BECE 2018 AGRIC Science Past Question 6. All are methods of negative propagation except dash. A. Layering, B. Grafting, C. Seeding, and D. Cutting. Now we are asked to pick which of this option that is not a method of negative propagation. This negative propagation here simply refers to vegetative propagation, or what we call vegetative reproduction. And like we know, reproduction simply refers to what? The process by which organisms give rise to new ones. That is, they give rise to new species. Now, in terms of plants, it is divided into what? The sexual and the asexual reproduction. And so the asexual reproduction is also known as the vegetative reproduction. And it says is defined as any form of asexual reproduction in which new plants in terms of vegetative reproduction now, new plants grows from a fragment of the parent plant. From a fragment of the parent plant. Now, in this type of propagation, in this type of reproduction, which is vegetative reproduction, there is no planting of seeds, because any type of reproduction that involves planting of seeds, that type of reproduction is called the sexual reproduction. Planting of seeds, in other sense, that seeding, is known as what? Sexual reproduction. It is sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction is that step the reproduction that deals with the planting of seeds, which is the normal one we do today. That's planting of seeds to bring forth new plants. But the type that does not involve planting seeds, that involves bringing forth of new plants from the fragments of the parent plant, is known as vegetative propagation or reproduction. Now, we have different methods of this negative propagation or asexual reproduction. This includes the layering. You have the grafting. Grafting is there. We have cutting. Cutting is there. We also have budding, and so on. And there are some parts of these plants that can also be used to give rise to new plants, such as the rhizomes, the culm, and the bud. Now the question says all are method of negative propagation except A. says layering. Now layering, like I've mentioned, is a method of vegetative propagation. And in terms of layering, a part of the plant is made to make contact with the soil, and it begins to develop adventitious roots. Then B, grafting, is also a method of negative propagation or vegetative propagation. Now in terms of grafting, the parts of a plant known as the scion, let me just represent it diagrammatically. You have a part of a plant like this. It is cut from a plant. This plant is known as the scion. Now it will be attached to another plant like this and tied together with another plant. Now this will grow to give a new plant. So this is a beautiful expression of grafting. So it's a negative propagation because it does not involve planting of seeds. Now see here says seeding, and seeding here it just simply means planting seeds. And anything that involves planting of seed in terms of plant reproduction is not a vegetative propagation, it is a sexual reproduction. And D here says cutting. Cutting is also a form of negative propagation. That is, a part of a plant to be cut and attached to a part of another plant to give rise to a new plant. So now the question says all are method of negative propagation except. Now from my explanation, you see that option C, seeding, is not a method of vegetative propagation. It's not a method of vegetative propagation because it involves the planting of seed, which is sexual reproduction. Thank you very much and God bless you. Please ensure to subscribe to our channel for more videos.